So for troubleshooting strategies, there are a few. And the first one I'm always recommending to people is to Google it. Google is great. It's like a dictionary that you don't actually have to look stuff up in, you know? So if I go to Google and I'm just wondering, like, I don't know, what's the best kind of keyboard? I just type it in there and all these different things come up. Because I know, you might be looking at keyboards for some reason. You can read all these articles. You can look at keyboards. All right, or maybe you want to know, how do I add parent email addresses in Google Classroom? In Google Classroom. And then it gives you directions, step by step. How can I invite a parent? Go to your Google Classroom, click Students, and then it gives you the step by step. And then you can read through other things. There might be questions on here that either you didn't know you had or that answer other parts of your questions. I mean, maybe it's more complicated than just adding a parent. Okay, and then there's even videos, Google Classroom, how to share with parents. Some of these are older. Look, this is 2015. Might still be okay, but then there's 2019, how to add students and guardians. So maybe you don't feel like reading all those articles, so go watch a video. That will help you a lot too. But literally, you just google.com. That's it. And up it comes, okay? So give that a try. And then maybe, you can't find it on Google. That happens. Phone some friends, okay? Ask a friend or colleague who may be able to help you. Try two before moving on, okay, to support. Now, a lot of apps will have a support feature built right into it that you can use. It might be a little chat bubble in the corner, or it might say contact us. You are absolutely welcome to use those features in any of the apps or programs that you're using. A lot of times people who, you reach out, the companies are actually very kind in helping you. They want their product to work for you, essentially, because then we'll buy it more, or whatever it is, they'll get it more widespread use. So please try that support feature. And a lot of times, not all, but you can a lot of times do support at whatever company it is.com. You can try that too. Don't be shy about it. You can reach right out to them. So those are things that I would love to see you try and document that you've tried before reaching out to the tech team. Because then you've got those things. And then once you've said what your question is, said what you've tried, if the tech team is thinking about it, we can hopefully give you, some more productive feedback or more, better direction once we already know kind of what's been tried. So and then those are some troubleshooting. And then the final option is the help desk. So, if you're coming to the help desk, you've tried everything else. Don't come to us just because it's fun. I mean, as much as we enjoy interacting, it's very hard when there's so many different, questions and things to do and equipment. We want to see everybody get the support we need, which is why I provided you with those other support options, because I think that you will find success in them. At least I hope so. But if you're coming to the help desk, so you would open your email, all right, and then you would type a new message. Go to your new message, and type help. Okay, you type help. It'll come up, helpdesk@sad4.org. It's an email. So you're going to send an email, actually, and that email comes to Jonathan, comes to myself, and it may come to the principals. The superintendent may see it, depending on several factors. But that helpdesk@sad4.org goes to people who will try to help you solve your problem. It's not instantaneous, but that is how you engage help, technology help. So I encourage you to use your last name and then what you need help with, say Apple TV. All right, and then in the body of the email, you would want to include what you're trying to do. So like, what is the end goal? I want to, send emails to my parents through Google Classroom. Now, we know that you can Google that. So that wouldn't be a help desk ticket, but that's an idea. And then what technology materials you're using to accomplish the goal. I mean, in that case, I know you're just using your computer, but maybe you need to do it on your phone or something, or your iPad or something that is odd, different than your computer. What Google searches you've tried, because that helps us. We may go take a look at your Google searches and, okay, this is why they couldn't find the information. Then we can recommend a better one to you. And then what help are you actually requesting from the tech team? You need a power cord for your Apple TV. Googled 10 things and you have no idea why the Apple TV won't turn on. I want someone to come plug my Apple TV into the wall. That is not going to happen. So if you don't know how to plug it into the wall, you can certainly schedule support on how to use Apple TV plugs. But I would encourage you to take a look at that on your own first. And then if you do feel you need support, it's going to be you plugging it into the wall, and the tech team will show you how. If we determine that's what's needed. I want to discuss how I might use my Apple TV for a lesson I'm doing. Okay, and tell us about it. I want help troubleshooting why my Apple TV screen isn't showing up. I've Googled the searches above, but to no avail. Okay, and then I need some training how to hook up an Apple TV. So when you're writing these tickets, you want to think about what training do you need to make this work, because really it should be you learning and getting the skills you need to make the technology work. Sometimes the technology breaks, we understand that. But for the general day-to-day stuff, you want to be able to do it. You want to be able to do it more easily, probably. So we want to provide training for that, or direct you to training. Now, this is important because this is different than kind of how we've handled things in the past. Tickets have become our communication link rather than personalized messaging and conversations. There is an expectation you have basic knowledge, and with the knowledge that you can do research to resolve yourself. So many of you in the past, you've sent me emails, you've sent me a text message, you might have talked to me in the hallway. You can still talk to me, of course, but if you are looking to get something solved, you really must create a ticket. If you send me a text message and ask me to stop by or tell me, what the problem is, I'm probably not going to see the text message, just given the volume that I've had lately. And if you send it to my email, it's not the same as sending it to a ticket. You actually need to send it to a ticket in order to get it addressed. If you send it to my email and I don't answer you, I'm not necessarily ignoring you. It's just that it doesn't become a priority in my day-to-day work because our tickets are what will drive our priorities. So if you want to get in the priority queue, my suggestion is to send a ticket to the helpdesk@sad4.org. As you know, we still don't offer any on-demand tech support services short of an emergency. The district is out for internet or something along those lines. And if you just have to follow the process. So, and you need to prepare. So lack of preparation is not the tech department's problem. We understand emergencies. There are very few things, however, that are emergencies. And, it would be, like I said, the internet out. Or the internet goes out for central office during payroll. Or law enforcement's arrived and is looking for help solving a crime. There's been a security breach. Those are emergencies. These things, while unfortunate, are not considered emergencies. So my projector stopped working right before my lesson. That is unfortunate, but it's not an emergency. I need help setting up for an event. It's tonight. Okay, it's not an emergency. We've got to have it planned out weeks ahead of time, when possible. My soundbar isn't working. Jimmy doesn't know his password. Jimmy's iPad dropped and shattered. I know that feels like an emergency, especially to Jimmy, but it's not an emergency. I spilled coffee on my laptop and it won't turn on. Again, unfortunate, but not an emergency. We recommend in those cases that you borrow a laptop from the library so that you can kind of continue your work and put a ticket in on yours to be serviced. So those are some things, that we would consider emergencies. And then this goes on with the network, professional behavior and communication.